Waking up, I found an old book. I forgot to tell you about my dream, but this dream is about 4 days ago, where I saw the sun in the sky, but it wasn't a yellow sun or an orange sun. It was more reddish. And in front of that sun were four objects, and the objects looked like four planets. They were round. Now, whatever else you would like to call them, or on my view, they were round. Angles. In roulette, this is the way it is. It's wider than it is higher. So instead of showing a diamond, as it would show in here, it would actually show the rectangle and the angle it's on. Then it becomes the roof, or the diamond, or the diamonds. If we want to talk about opening the safe, here's one corner, here's the other corner, here's the in-between. But what's in between? The space that makes up. And then what makes up the space between 9 and 9? There's one here, one in the middle, one in the center. 1 makes up the space. This is area 5. Between 5 and 5, this is area 9. This is area 5 here. 5, 5, 5. But because this one drags the two together, we call this 5, 9, 5 or 5, 8, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In between 1 and 2. It takes 6 to incarcerate 2. It takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to be incarcerated by 2, or it takes 6 to incarcerate 2. In where it becomes 5 in the center, 5 in the center, 5 in the center, 9, 9, 9. This is a free 9. When we go 6, 6, 6, are we going 6, 6, 6, or are we going 6, 6, 6? Because the value of the center core, as they use in the ace card, is a value of in the center. The ace card is 1, but the value is 5. So we connect these things together, and this is how I build my house. In order to build it, I would actually build it this way. I'd turn it sideways. So you'd have 4, 4, 4, and the in-between would be right here. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. 3, 9, 3, 9, 3, 9, 3, 9 and 3 says sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 by 9, 108, plus the in-between, 109, 110 of the Twin Towers, plus the top floor, the ground. 108, 108, 108, 432 to the jail. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6. You have 12 and 6. 6 and 6, 12, 6, 12. 6 by 9 is 54, equaling to the sun. 162, equaling to the dog god. Now, whichever way. Then there's the in-between. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 3, 6. 3, 6. 3, 6, 3, 6. 9 and 9 is 18. 3, 6, 3, 6 in the bottom. 9 and 9 is 18. 36 and 36 is 72. Now you have 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9, 12. 21, that is the cube that is in between. 21, 36 and 36, 72 is 93. 94, 95, 96. 96 total. 96 total to a total of 1, 2, 3, 4. 36, 36, 108. The total is 200 to this design. And there's more than just this. I'm just bringing things out. Just bringing things out and thinking about it. Just like in this design, oh, it's on this side over here. What do I need to do to incarcerate my O and my O? Well, in order to meet my O and my O in the center, here is the pillar in the center, here is the O. The O is the passage between here and here. There's a divider. This way it becomes the I. The other way it becomes the H, becomes H and 2 O's. Now, what is H and 2 O's? It creates it in the W, in between the two sides, like H2O, W number 23. But the reverse of the W, okay, is the M letter. This would become the M letter. The M letter would show you that the leg of the M would be in the middle of the circle. 1 is in the middle of 5, and 1 is in the middle of 5. Now, when we reverse it upside down, if you notice, it's army stripes. Usually army stripes is the Band-Aid that goes over your nose, right? So the army stripes that goes over your nose is noted as number 23. Why? Because everything in the center is 5, 14, 23, 32, and I will show you a design. Now, once you create this W, the big W up above, and the palm tree separating in the center. Now look what happens below. Automatically, this 0 becomes between these zeros. Now you would drag this 0, putting it up on your forehead. The M, the marathon that they talk about, because the angles change in marathon. See the way they go steeply down this way and then straight? It's the way the Greeks and the Russians would do their designs. And if you take a look in here from the M, it actually looks like the Y. See the way the Y is stretching out to this polar here and this polar here? You know, when you stretch out to the two sides and you bring yourself as the lightning bolt down the center, 1 goes into 2. This is your MW, your army stripes on each side, if you want to look at it this way, and your big W this way. Again, back with the army stripes, understanding how 1 fits between 2 because this design. The other thing I wanted to mention is, anybody done pi 3.14? Forget about it. Let's start at 30. The only reason this is this, 3.14, forget about 30 to 31. Let's go 30 to 29 and 30 to 29. Well, are you going right of 30 or are you going left of 30? If you go left, you're at 29. The actual figure of 3.14 would leave this at 28.6, 286, like in 7286. Why is that? Because the 7th gate is on the left. Now we're going to go 3 and 1 is 4, 2 and 9 is 11, is 2 and 4. Between them, it's either 2 or 4. In between is 3 and 3. At the same time, 0 equals 6 equals to 9. Unless we use one of the rules that 3 equals to 1 and 2. If 3 equal to 1 and 2, then 1 would equal to 6. 2 would equal to 6 and 6, 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 would equal to 6, 6, 6 equals to 18. 1 and 8 is 9. So 9 and 3 would be 12. 1 and 2 would be 3 again. 29 and 9, because 30, 6, 3 and 6 is 9. 29, 2 and 9 is 11. 9, 11. 2 and 9 is 11. We have 9, 11, 9, 11, and pi right away to start. We come out to here. We have 9 equals 69. 69 equals to 15, making us automatically talk about, there's no 0 position. Here there's a 0 position because there's another order inside of your decimal or binary. 69 becomes 15. 15 and 14 make your 29 a pi. 15 and 11, this would be KO, or it'd be 2 and 6, Venus and Saturn. Then it would be 262, and this is the representation of Isis. At the same time, we wanted to go, I'm not going to go on the word George right now, so we did this. 066 equals 6.6, but if this came in at 990 is a representation of 5 times 22 times 9. 5, 22, 9, 9 by 11. So in this scenario, 660 becomes 996. 81 times 6 is 486. 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. 216 and 486 is 702. Which is 762. Now 702, when you put the circle in there, it's the whole shebang. It means everything. If they have the 0 at the beginning, it's because there's something on the other side. Don't forget, I'm going to show you one scenario. 7 to the 7th gate equals 0. The spirit is 76. 7, when you have 7 at the 7th gate, you have 0. You have all the way around. That means you're on the donut. You're outside of 5. That means you're on 7. If you're outside of 5, you're on 7, because 5 is the center to everything that's around it. So if you're outside of 5 on 6, you're automatically in 7. You get the gateway, you get the racetrack. The horses are moving. But 0 equals 6, so that means man gets the 0. Since 6 automatically goes with number 1 because of the light, since 6 goes with 4 and 6 to 10 because of the freedom, since 6 goes with 7, 7, 10, 13 equals to 30. 0 equals 6. This equals to 270. 135 and 135. 270 equals 486. 270 and 90 equals 360. 90 is your birth, becomes 96. So we did this. Did we do how blue, this says beautiful, and brown, and the two of them say Lear, Real, or Jet? Because B and R is B-E, A-R says bear, B and L says bell, beautiful. You are the beautiful. It's looking up, going backwards. Setting up this scenario over here. I'm not ready for it. I don't know when. I might stick it in anywhere. But I will show you the picnic table. The picnic table. You ever see the F with the line and the 7 with the line? I put 7 and F together. I end up with A in between because the shape that makes 7 to the left, which is actually, if the 7 was looking at you, it would be on the left, right? But when you're looking at this, when you're looking at the TV right now, is this coming off on your left side? Because when I turn it around to me, the 7 is on my left, the F is on the right. When I look at it, 7 is left, as F is right. But in the mirror, it comes out differently, right? 7 left, F right. So the difference is 1, and here's the 1 in between. That's why 6 and 1 creates the only 7. 5 and 2 represent from up here to down here, where you'll have the delta angles. You see this D here? And then in between this top angle and this top angle, this back shows you the 11, 11 back to back, actually gives you the 0. Once I put that upside down, it becomes 4D, then the 0, and then the D, dot, or dead, because O equals EA out of this shape. Duplicate the shape. This is the roulette numbers. These are all numbers in roulette that connect to number 32. See, this leg is 28. This is the cycle of the moon. This would be black. Red, 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 black. Red, 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 black. Everything is red, but this, which will turn to a 7, 2 and 8 is 10, which will turn to the 7th gate. These are the only two, and they turn into the 7th gate. 7, 7, 14. The doorway, 4 by 8, 32. And 0, 5 equals to the beginning of the game, where 1 only partakes in 5. Well, the first time 5 partakes is with A and D. Then it partakes in B and C, and it revolves the world of BC and BC right over here. What is the design? Down here, up here, down here, up here. And there's your W, and here's your M, your marathon M between 25 and 27. Here's your W upside down, 25 to 28, 27 to 30. 30 becomes 39. This plays 9, this plays 5. This plays 9, this plays 5. This plays over here, 25 is 7. This plays over here, 34, which is 7. When we multiply it by 3, because everything has to be 3, because 3 makes 2 of them be in between. We need 2 of these next to each other to create the space over here. Eventually, if you take this line and you stretch it out this way, and you bring it to here, and you stretch this one and bring it to here, this will turn into the Magen David star. They all do. 57 is the moon, 63 is creation, 75 is the electric company brought in by Spirit, Spirit brought in by Venus. 1 and 8, 81 Venus, 9 times 9, the highest numbers, flip them both ways. They both equal 9 and 9, 81 and 18, equaling to 9, the INR. 84 equals to Pluto, equals to the planet of birth, equals to creation. 9 equals 96, equals 162, the 9 days of communication. This is the Twin Tower, 168, 7 days of the regular cycle times 24 is 168, 0 equals 6, 0 equals to the whole thing. Again, 1 and 8 of Venus, 102 equals 162. 162 or 216 or 210 is 20 pool balls. 120 is 15 pool balls added up. Down into this one comes creation, comes 39 into 42, says the sky of the cat, communication of creation, 63 reversed to 36 from this area here, 10 to 1 and 9 equals 10. This is red on red. 21 and 18 is the 7th inning stretch. 18 outs and 21 outs, 9 and 3. Again, it is the sky. In low shoe, the numbers are reversed. In low shoe, this one gets 3, but at the same time, it's in the 2 house, becomes 3 and 2. In low shoe, this one over here gets, excuse me, we have to go, is it this to the 5? Yes. This is the 5, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. They're all 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. That's the way the numbers set up. The numbers are perfect. The numbers are absolutely perfect. The numbers are perfect. I'm not going to go into any more explanation with that. We're going to get on to the next page. We're going to go on to George. We have to understand that these 3 letters, okay, 1 in Roman numerals, next to a V creates a situation. The I next to an X or a V will create a situation. IVIX, X, 6 creates a situation because in Roman numerals, they come in together. The M next to an I in Roman numerals. What is the M next to an I? The M next to an I is 1001. MI is 13 and 9, 22. MI is 13 minus 9, 4. The N letter is very special because it comes with EN. Minus the 5 equals to 9. N, which is an EN, N now equals I. IN, Einstein. Everything will come. Now you have to understand the 5. The 5 is the E and looks like an S. It is the sin. It becomes the sin. S becomes the sin. And it starts at the top, goes through the center, comes on the bottom. Starts at this point and connects at this point to X. Creates a 9. EN plus 5 creates the S. SIN, sin. Artificial intelligence. George. G and E, 7 and 5, 12. O and R equals 15 and 18. This will create 11. This will create 9. This will create 2 and 9. But 6 and 9, 6 and 9. 3 by 3, 9. 3 plus 3, 6. 33. 7 and 5, 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3, 3, 3, 3. The same time, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is 3 and 2, 5. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2, 3 and 2, 5. 5 and 5. Now, do we get 5 over here in the center? O and R is 33. No, we get 5, 6, 5. We want to pass through the 7th gate of 6, 6, 6, where all zeros equal 6. Well, once we pass through the 7th gate where all zeros equal 6, this is where the light comes in. 0 equals 6. We're only going to use the left side. The left side, the maximum we can have on the left side is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. Or is 16. In a 12-hour clock, 16 is the highest because 0 equals 10 on the 7 equals 7. On a 24-hour clock, these two numbers over here is 2, 4, 6. On a 12-hour clock, this is 1, 2, 3. So it's 6 and 3. Again, C and F, C and F. The piano should start on C and F. We must advance 10 on the piano. Instead of starting on A, we're going to start on C. The first key in the piano will be C, and the last key will be F. That's the way we're going to look at it. Now, in this one over here, if this was the 12-hour clock, at 10 o'clock, it's automatically equaling to 4 o'clock on the 24-hour clock. We jump up 6 times 6, 360 degrees. 360 degrees is 1 turn. What else are we together on this? We did this already, the 110 times 9, which is 5 by 22, or 9 by 22. Equals 196, 198. We had 190, we flipped that over, we did the 6, 6, 6, we did the bottom part over there. Did we do the standing man? 1, 2, 3, make a square, then drop it down, move, everyone move 1 over, 1 over. Before I was moving 1 over, 1 over, 1 over in my last video. Now we're moving, instead of going 1, 2, 3 and then start here, I did one that said Krista Berg, 10,000 souls on the line. So 10,000 souls on the line is this. Here's your 100, here's your 1,000. Now we have to take away this one and move over 1 notch. And every time after the first one we move over 1 notch, we automatically have 4. And now we're missing 1 up here. Here's our 4, then we drop down here and here's our 4. So we're missing here at the beginning, we're missing here at the end. See the way this hat is open up here? These are ways of counting. I'm not really sure which way I want to go. I still have to learn how to count in one of the mathematical realities that exist. But the second reality is, what are we actually doing? The question is how we're moving over. 1, 10, 100. But as we go to 100, this one is only in 10. This one is only in 1. 1, 10, 100. Wow, this is on 100 over here. This one is 10 over here, 2 positions. This is 10 over here. This is 10. This is 100. This is 1. This is 10. This is 10. This is 1 because there's only 1 number. Here there's 2 numbers. Here there's 2 numbers. Here now there's 3 numbers. Here now there's 3 numbers. Here's a void. We now have to connect the 4 in the center. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing with this, okay? But there's always going to be a void. No matter what you do, you'll always get 3 of 4 and 4 of 4. 3 and 4 and 4 of 4. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Obviously, I have to play around in my mind to be able to read my own self. Just going back in some paperwork here. We did it over here a different way, where I went 1, 2, 3, drop, and 1, 2, 3, and this way would actually be the swastika. 1, 4, 5, 6, 9. This is the way the swastika would run in this situation over here. Arc-en-ciel, which means the rainbow. Rio, or R10, which means half. It also says cold. Where did I get all this from? I got it from these situations here. Def, DEF equals 15. It says of. Home, off equals 666 equals 18. 6, 6, and 15 equals 27. Off is 27 red Nibiru. At the same time, they're also in the 6 company. 666 equals 18. The roof is off. We see the gold inside the sky. But wait a second, it's cold. Can you see the rainbow? Where does all this come from? 365, 47. 22 is the difference between 3.6525 days. 22 is the difference. Times 4 equals to 88 in 3 years. This is your cycle. 1, 2, 8, 9. 1, 2 is the low. 8, 9 is the high. But 88 plus 1 and 2 is 10, 10. And 89 minus 1 and 2 equals 77. 10, 0 equals 6 equals to the light within the 7th gate and the day of night. Here is your DC in low shu. It reverts to DC inside Jupiter in man. And this one over here in low shu becomes 8 within 1. Venus is now in Jupiter within birth. And this is the way it works in low shu. 15 and 18 is inside of George. And it says gold. What is this? This is baseball. When the team comes up in 1 inning, the home team plays a defense and an offense. 3 outs and 3 outs is 6. The road team plays the opposite. 3 outs and 3 outs is 6. They each get 6 and 6. 12 outs in the first inning. 1 inning complete. 12 is whole. Half each getting a chance at the same time, removing going to the other side. Each player gets half, 6 and 6, 3 and 3. That's the way it all works. Best of 3, 3 periods, 3 outs. So when we get out, we get 4, 5, and 6. When we get off, we get 6, 6, and 6. Why? The letter position. O is 15, F is 6, F is 6. And because there's 3 over here, it should actually be 3 rows. 1, 2, 3, 3 letters. 1, 2, 3, 3 letters. So the same thing. 4, 5, 6 equals to 15. 6, 6, 6 equals to 18 equals to the gold inside the word George. Astrotheology is what I'm working on next, and the Y letter. What does the Y do? At the center, it shows the ring. At the center, at the same time it shows the ring, it shows the T inside the road, the transmission. T becomes 20 to 26, and it plays from 20 to 26 because 2023, 2023, it's the same 23 to the left creation, 3 to the right creation. Then you're going to take and put a line on top of here for your S. When you create the S, you bring it to here. You come around the center, and you bring it to this side. And finish it off on this side. So it'll go all the way around the S this way, through here, over here, and into here, and bypass this one over here. The I, family, where it's a 25th letter, 9 now equals 7. Z and sometimes Y, YZY, meaning not YZ and after Z, but go to Z and come back to Y again. Z26, Y25, but counted as the 27th count. Then from Y you go back to Z to end it again, make Z equal to 28, and then start at A. A would now be 29 in the situation of Y. This is where you have fluctuating realities. At the minute you come into a Y, like if you were in pi and came to this, you had a fluctuating reality. If you're in pi and the number 2, 5 comes together or 2, 7 comes together, that's in the scenario. Pi is not one number. Pi is 3 numbers in a row that count. The number before, the number after, number before, the number after. 2 numbers that count. The third number is the difference. Piano Jehovah we did. 0 equals 6 we did. Here, 7 equals 0 in the 7th gate, but it means the 9 plays within 7. If 9 plays within 7, it equals to 16. It is the light. 1 and 6 equals to your 7. Since 1 and 6, we no longer need 7, 0, because 0 equals 6. If I put 7 and 0, 0 equals 6. 7 and 0, because of the 7th gate, we don't have to add. 7 and 0, 0 equals 6. 6 and 7 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 7 also equals Sarah. 7 and 4 is Jesus. Back to the ring and the crown on the ring. 5775, and how to calculate all the ways that you can play with this number, because it's all the ways. That's how it became this number, because the number is perfect. Raphael at 2525, 7286, and a constellation of Pegasus. This was an amazing morning to come in and do this. Amazing for me. I like this. I can't have this information in my head, although it can mean nothing to anybody out there. And if it doesn't, and it doesn't count, then you're the smartest one, knowing to stay away from what I just said. Otherwise than that, I could be the smartest person in the world, but all I'm doing is bringing up the reality of the difference. No more. Doesn't make you smart. It just means that's the question I asked to that answer. You remember I was telling you piano starts on 10? The first key is 10. The last key is 62 instead of 52. Or you start on the black keys. Where do the black keys start? So it's either the black or the white. I'm not sure what the, can I say paradigm shift is? Astrotheology, Mars, zodiac planets, Chaldean, and gematria. And to tell you that if you design a letter, cut it in half this way, then take the two apart. Flip the other one from the bottom upside down or the top upside down this way and see what you got. Take a kaleidoscope or mirror it and see what you have more. Because that's what this world is exactly, they had to make it perfect in order for it to fit. Then they let it fly apart and let you put it back together. When they take the puzzle out of the box, they don't line up the pieces to put it back together. They mix them up. Scrabble. Thank you for watching. Raphael in the year 5776. Gather your nuts, my friends. Gather your nuts, my friends. 123 times 47 less 5. Thank you.